What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. I'm your host, Nate.
Billy here.
And it's time to
take it to the ring.
On this episode of Wrestlecap, we will be reviewing AEW Dark.
Dark. Coming from Universal Studios.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
local, not too far away from us.
It's like, 10, 20 minutes away?
Yeah, probably spit there.
Yeah, right? So, first fight off, we got Statlander versus Shafir.
Shafir.
So, first off, we start off with a nice freaking collar to elbow tie up. And then Statlander comes out and she is throwing Shafir into the turnbuckle, bro. Then another strong lock up. And Statlander with a nice wrist lock after that.
Oh yeah, tearing it up. And Shafir gets like the Statlander, throw her into the corner turnbuckle. Statlander with a nice roll through hammer lock.
No.
Great stuff, man.
Oh my gosh. Shafir gets freaking Statlander with a single leg takedown, bro. It was a nice takedown, you know. Shafir with a freaking cartwheel. And Statlander with a great rear chin lock after by Shafir.
Okay, so Statlander isn't done. She gets like real nice drop kick.
Yeah, bro.
A couple of them back and forth, then right into a short arm reversal by Shafir. Statlander goes down the mat hard, man.
Boom.
And then Shafir gets a nice like hip toss.
Yeah, bro.
Goes right into like a Muay Thai knee strike, man.
Not playing around.
Man. Followed up with like some jiu-jitsu throws.
Bro, it was awesome.
Just a 2 count though.
2 count, bro. Two. You know, Shafir does a cartwheel out of the side, wrist lock after that. Statlander gives the freaking surfer a boo to the nose. Like, boop, 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 boop.
She loves doing that, man. It's like a little mental thing more than anything.
Pretty much. A super kick by Shafir after, and it goes to a body lock, and then Statlander with an arm drag takedown into a power slam, coming back with a chop forearm after that too. Man,
Statlander ends up throwing her into the corner, running right into forearm smash.
Blam!
And then Shafir comes back with like a great pump handle driver, only for a 2 count again, man.
Shafir is not done. She applies the Camarado lock. Camarado lock. And Statlander with the back. Statlander comes back, man, and she comes back, and then she gets the Big Bang Theory.
Bang Theory!
Doom!
No, it's countered.
Yeah, it was countered though.
Yeah,
that's what, you know. Statlander gets out of it with the inside cradle for 2 count. And Statlander with the freaking backbreaker clothesline.
And then a roundhouse on top of that. Yeah, Statlander makes a Shafir top, bro, man. It's like right into a spider crab lock, man, for the win.
Spider-Man crab lock for the win.
Was it Spider-Man or Spider Crab?
I think it's Spider-Man.
Spider
Crab, whatever. I call it Spider-Man.
Cool stuff.
We got Nick Camarado, bro.
Carpet Man
versus Dean Fleming.
Dean Fleming, is he new?
Yeah,
he sounds familiar.
He's a new dude.
Okay. So, Nick, man, come on.
Oh my God, Nick comes out and just throws Dean into the turnbuckle. It's not gonna be a great.
And then like a clumping shoulder tackle.
Bro, he's done,
Fleming's desk gets like Camarado with like a jawbreaker. Then Dean does like starts talking some smack.
Yeah, dude, he was trying. He was trying. Okay, he was trying, bro. He didn't do much, and Nick just like
does nothing really.
He just takes Dean and he takes his tie off, puts it on a necktie, and then he counters and he does like a water freaking wheel drop and picks up. He just throws his ass and just slams him.
He gets the victory.
Pretty much.
Hercule's gonna win. Yeah.
We got Riho and Mizunami. Yeah, they're finally teaming up, and then we got Emi Sakura and Emi Suguru coming out.
Yeah, so that's a great one, man.
Yeah,
That's a loud
matchup, man.
Nothing but a whole lot of loud ladies. So you have Emi and Me, they attack Riho, and then Riho, before the match even starts, and then they start attacking each other. Nice double wrist lock, and then Emi comes in with like a kick to Riho, and then right into the midsection. Like,
they are really working. Emi and Miyu get into the corner, making Riho smile. The names tie me up. Anyways, Riho does a freaking cartwheel through and a double clothesline and a drop kick, running shoulder block corner.
Yeah. Then Riho is coming with a springboard crossbody. Just right out of the outside, man. It's just craziness. And then Riho gets Emi back into the ring. Riho comes in with a toe hold right on the ropes.
Yeah, toe hold on the ropes. Yep. Oh my God, dude. Emi lands the Queen's Gambit, man.
Gotta get it.
Love it, man. Rocking Riho. Then Emi gets her running cross body like she always does, you know, and then she like poses, you know, the crowd.
She's got to get it in, you know. I'm waiting for the we will rock you. Nah. And then Sakura with a double underhook gut buster. Yeah, and then stomps Riho on her back.
Oh my god, that's
yeah,
bad.
Sakura with a hail throw.
Yeah, throws her hair all over the place. Enemy stomps the midsection by Riho. Emmy gets a bridge full Nelson, bro.
Locking it up.
Riho gets the back breaker and then a foot on the top rope. Mizunami with the double spear. Goes crazy. Follows up with the clothesline. It was too
heavy hitters.
Too much stuff was happening. These girls are all over the place.
Women, man. So Sakura is in with a big drop through, and then just another 2 count.
2 count, bro.
Mizunami applies the head arm triangle choke. Whoa. Sakura puts on her foot.
Yeah,
it's like, nah, not happening. Get me out of here. Put on the ropes. Ref calls it.
Yeah, and Suguro comes back with a sleeper hold, but gets string board double foot stomped by Suguro with the tornado destroyer DDT mother.
Just a 2 count though, man. Mizunami's tagging in Riho, knocks Sakura off the apron. Ooh. Riho gets a real nice like rising knee strike. Yeah. And then we got Gota Mizunami coming in with like this clothesline to Sakura. Riho coming in, landing a running Miura for the win, man.
I feel like I'm watching anime at this moment. These chicks are going all over the place, you know.
So next up, we have Jay Cargill with Mark Sterling. He's always there. It's like our bodyguard.
That's her
manager. I was going to say something. Going up against Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rosie,
is she another one?
Yeah, these are all new. You know, Dark is. They always bring people in.
It's always
Rosie talks smack about Jade Cargill before the ring starts. Cargill pies her in the face. Rosie shoves Cargill. Cargill don't have it. She clotheslines her ass. Cargill just destroys her. Okay, we're gonna make this short. Okay,
it was like a fisherman carry takeover.
Pretty much.
Really cool stuff. Nice wrist lock.
Yep.
Goes right into like a Canadian backbreaker rack. Dude. Cargill nails Rosie with the pump kick.
The pump kick she does, bro. And Cargill connects the Jaded, bro, for the victory. She jaded her ass.
Jaded.
Boom! But she didn't grow any hair. Chia. That's where you got it, right?
That was a song. It's
a
Jaded. I don't know, maybe. All right, take us in for the 5th match.
Oh my God, we got Angelico versus Kasha.
Yeah, so Angelico's 26-40.
Yeah, no.
And then Kasha is 0-2.
Yeah, that's good.
Pretty.
I went like this too.
I guess that's even. Both pretty much 50-50.
They play mind games in the beginning, you know, collar and elbow grabs going on.
Yeah.
They tie up, of course. Wrist locks are exchanged. And then Kasha gets a deep arm drag, you know, trying to fill out how they are. Second wrist lock exchange in Angelico. Yeah, Angelico.
Yeah.
It's Angelico. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this.
No, you're good.
Followed up with a snap, more takedown.
That was pretty cool. And then Angelico goes right into the lateral press for a 1 count.
It's Angelico.
No, you were close. You're good. Just a test of strength, you know. You got Kasha applies the hammer lock, and then Kasha comes in with another arm drag takeover.
Oh my God.
And then right into just keeping that wrist control, maintaining it. Kasha's not playing around.
And that's what Angelico does, though. It gets like a drop toe hold after that. Angelica applies a freaking hammer lock hold.
Yeah,
and then he's just a great submission expert. Angelico transfers into like a side wrist lock after that. Kasha with a single leg takedown after.
Yeah,
just for
just
one
count. Nothing too fancy.
And Angelico's gonna finish this off. Angelico signals for the test of his strength at the moment. Strength.
Yeah, so standing switch exchange.
I know.
Yeah. So Kasha applies the wrist lock again. Kasha's not playing around. Brings Angelo down to the mat. Kasha applies the arm bar now. And Angelo goes right back and Kasha throwing him into the turnbuckles. Then the ref calls for a clean break.
Yeah.
Trying to get that 5 count.
Man,
gotta get it in.
Bro. Angelico kicks Kasha in the gut. Boom! Short arm reversal by Kasha, and Kasha rolls Angelico over for a 2 count.
Yep. Angelico answers with like a big toe kick. Like,
yeah, I know.
And then comes back in with another kick right to Kasha's face.
Gah!
Short arm reversal by Kasha, and then Kasha goes right into like this really nice sunset flip. But Angelo counters with a double foot stomp, man.
Yeah, man, right on
Not
his
having
face,
it,
bro.
man. Take that, eat that.
Man, Angelico is just going crazy, stomping on his face. That's what you said. And heavy body shots. Kasha does like an uppercut on Angelico. And Angelico comes back with a freaking roundhouse kick, bro.
Yeah, man.
Gonna get you, bro.
So Angelo ends up making light work, gets a nice tap out.
Varda Deathlock for the win. Angelico wins, you guys.
Gotta love a good submission win. It's always fun. So we have the 6th match coming up. You have Conti 46-8.
Oh my God, yeah.
So good with Anna Jay. soft spot for me. And then Brody Lee Jr. versus Heather Monroe.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna go, bro. Man, we got some like great elbow head like takedowns coming up. And then Conti applies the wrist lock.
Of course.
Yeah, you know. Conti rolls more over for a 2 count.
Nope, just the 1 count. Man.
1 count, yeah, sorry, 1 count.
I remember.
And Conti avoids it, and the roundhouse kick. And Patrick Swayze applies the wrist lock. Contended with the freaking monkey flip.
So Monroe ends up going with like this great elbow smash. Monroe drops Conti with a nice neck breaker. Now finally getting a 2 count.
Yeah.
Monroe ends up clubbing blows like just bow, bow, bow. Conti is just eating it on the back, man.
Knife edge chops exchange, and more drives her knees into the midsection of Ty. Poor Ty.
Man, that poor girl, she's so hot. So Monroe ends up whooping Conti across the ring. Monroe with a nice deep arm drag. Monroe applies a great cross arm breaker. Conti rocks Monroe with a big forearm smash. Not playing around.
She's not playing around. Ty ducks for the clothesline and more. She misses it. Ty with a knee lift. Freaking forearm exchange. Ty sends more in the corner, and she is getting like more. It's like sidesteps Ty from the turnbuckle, Billy, and then Ty with the freaking back elbow smash. Dude, Ty drives more into the more of death.
So Conti ends up dodging a punt kick. Conti ends up releasing a German suplex, like almost a snap German suplex, really. Conti ends up nailing Monroe with 3 pump kicks in a row.
Yeah, bro.
Conti ends up connecting another hammerlock. The Conti DDT, right? The DDT tie. Yeah, and ends up picking up the victory, which I'm not surprised. She's just such a better fighter.
It's the worst, bro.
Yeah, so we go right into the 7th match.
We got Lee Johnson. We got Brock Anderson coming out with Anderson on their side versus Fabo and Tony. Dontino. Anyways, we start off with Lee Johnson, Tony with a straight start off face off. Yep. And then Cole with the elbow and tie up, and then standing switch exchange. And Tony applies the wrist lock. And Tony after that to a fireman's carry takedown. Tony applies another arm bar, and then Johnson answers back with the head scissors neck lock, bro.
Oh, scissors!
Yeah.
So then you have Dante floats right over into a nice side headlock. Oh, man. Johnson ends up transitioning into a great front face lock. Bam! Johnson with another wrist lock. Goes right from behind, man, not playing around. Johnson with another side headlock takeover.
Yeah, man.
And then Dante, or how you say his name?
Tony, bro. Tony answers with a head scissors escape, man. Johnson's like, I'm gonna avoid this, bro. The deep arm drag, my man. And Johnson rolls Tony over. He's like, yo, I don't want these freaking, meatballs. Ooh, over the corner he goes, bro. And he blocks it with his boot.
Yeah, Johnson ends up ducking on this clothesline from Tony. And then Johnson ends up drop kicking him, laying him out. Anderson and Andrade tags in now. Yeah, man. So you have collar, elbow tie up again. Yep. Not playing around.
They're not, bro. And Andre applies a hammerlock. Anderson reverses the hold. Anderson sends him back into the ropes. Anderson after that with the straight right hand. Yeah. Then to a body slam.
Yep, onto Andre. So Anderson ends up with like this running elbow drop for a 2 count.
2 count.
Anderson whips Andre across the ring. Andre ends up sliding underneath Anderson. Andre with a back spinning kick. No roundhouse this time.
No roundhouse.
Yeah. So Andre ends up going right for a double vertical suplex. But Johnson gets in the way. It's like, this ain't happening.
Nope, bro.
Johnson ends up landing a great super kick. And then that was it for the win. Yeah. After the match.
Man, after the match it gets even crazier. They're on the match talking, and then we got the Gun Club coming out talking about how they are 2nd generation and how cool it would be that Anderson and Lee fight because they're 2nd generation. Sure. And they go caca, and they like and they want to fight, and then the Ass Man and
so Billy Gunn was out there. Goro.
No, his dad. It's his sons.
So we have the 8th match of the night. So we have Chuck Taylor. He's 49 and 27.
Coming out with Wheeler Yuta. Kentucky Gentleman.
Yeah, they're going up against Ryan Nemeth versus
the Wingman.
Yeah, not versus. So Nemeth attacks Taylor before the bell even rings.
Bro.
Not wasting any time. Nemeth with like the big Muay Thai like knees, man.
You can call him the hunk. The hunk rams him from the forearm across Taylor's face. And the hunk, he does shakes his hips. He does a little thing like.
So Nemeth ends up getting the first drop. and then a real big stomp onto Taylor's back. Nemeth applies a great hammer lock. Oof. But then tugs on Taylor's hair. It's like some dirty stuff. The ref, he's like, he warns him, but he's like, hey, a little slap on the wrist. So Taylor ends up getting some great body shots. Nemeth ends up punching Taylor in the back. Yeah, bro. Like, it's kind of a brawl. And then Taylor ends up getting dumped out of the ring by Nemeth.
Oh, man, God. The wingman gang up on him, and they start beating up, and the ref's back's turned, and then freaking Nemeth's like, with his like wrist lock takedown for a 2 count, bro. I'm like, you serious, bro?
Just the 2 count.
The 2!
Yeah, so Nemeth's back in. So Taylor into the ropes.
Yeah, man.
Nathan whips Taylor across the ring.
Ooh,
Taylor ducks a clothesline.
Yeah.
So Taylor's not playing around. He ends up landing a great landing on the wingman outside of the ring. And then a great shoulder block from Taylor.
It's a Kentucky gentleman, man. He slides out. We're freaking taking Nemeth back into the ring. Nemeth kicks Taylor in the gut, and Nemeth drops Taylor with a freaking pendulum DDT. Boom!
Gotta love it. Such a cool move when it's landed well. So you got a short arm reversal by Taylor. And then Taylor ends up sitting like some soul food, man. Taylor gets distracted by Peter Avalon, and then Yuta pulls Avalon off the ring apron. Nathan's like rolls Taylor over for a 2 count. Yep. And then Yuta ends up shoving Nemeth's foot off the bottom rope. Yeah, like, we're not having this.
No,
man.
But we ain't.
And talk some smack to Yuta, Taylor ends up connecting inside, nice cradle, and then picks up the victory, man. That was enough. Anytime you can lock in a good cradle, that's it, man.
It's not over yet, though, Billy.
Yeah,
we got wingman gang up on them, and then Orange Cassidy has to come in and save everybody's.
Yeah.
So Orange, he took his glasses off.
Where's CM? Was he sleeping tonight? No police in?
It's dark. He doesn't like dark. This is the 9th matchup. We got my man Shawn Spears coming up against Josh Woods. So, my man, Shawn Spears, doesn't shake the dude's hand. He wants to shake his hand. Like, no, get out of here, bro.
I never like that, man.
I know, right? You're supposed to beat each other up, Yeah. Shawn Spears takes out Woods down to the mat, just right up. Wrist lock exchange, armbar exchange after that. Woods applies a side wrist lock, and Spears breaks out the grip. He's like, nah, bro, I ain't having this. I'm Shawn Spears, bro. Woods like tries, to score an ankle pick, but Woods is
gotta love a good ankle pick, man.
He tried, man. He's too early in the game to do that, bro.
It's just a good takedown.
He's a good wrestler too. Spears grabs the bottom rope, which forces the break because he's got his ankle locked up, and then Spears kicks Woods in the gut. Spears with a forearm smash after that. Woods reverses out with an Irish whip. And then Woods.
The pump kick.
Right.
Big pump kick.
Right.
So Woods goes in for a suicide dive, but Spears counters with a nice southpaw haymaker.
Yeah, bro.
And you never really see it coming. Love boxing southpaw. Yeah. So Spears ends up getting Woods tied up in the ropes. Spears gets a great super kick.
Ooh.
And then, Spears rolls Woods back into the ring.
Yep.
Spears with a real nice knife edge chop. Just taking it. Spears with a clubbing knee, lifts into the corner.
Oh, what? Yo, go get you,
Spears
bro.
tosses Woods across the ring, not playing around.
He's not, dude.
And then Woods gets another ankle pick, and then goes right into another running forearm smash. Woods goes right into a rising knee strike. Spears goes for the super kick, but Woods counters with another ankle lock, man.
Another one,
Good
bro.
stuff.
Another ankle lock. Jesus, man. Spears sends Woods into the turnbuckles, to the floor. Woods drives over to Spears. He's like, I'm gonna get you, bro. Spears freaking connects with a C4 after that.
That's it, man.
You're done, bro.
That's the finisher.
Boom, C4 blows up, you're done.
Exploded.
You're done, dude.
Countdown, man.
Done.
Yeah, so now Spears is 40-17 now. So next up, we have the 10th match. We have Nyla Rose versus Zelda Zane.
That's her thing on.
Did Queen Karen come out with her?
No! Excuse me!
Excuse me! Oh my god, dude. It makes me want to shove a spoon in my ear and swirl it around.
No, she makes really good tacos.
Anyway, so we end up going with a really good collar, elbow tie up, and then Rose puts Zane right down to the mat. Man. She's just so much bigger.
I'm praying for
Avoids
Zane.
the big foot boot, and then Zane kicks left hamstring,
man.
Trying to work the bigger girl's legs.
Oh my god, I'm praying for her to try to win, but you know what?
Zelda ducks out of the way, and then Zelda kicks Rose in the chest. Zelda drives this great combination offense.
She was tapping, but Zane with a forearm smash. Rose just swats away those drop kicks from Zane, and Rose just looked like a big freaking time to throw the big bomb.
Yeah,
Zane
just
side
right into the turnbuckle.
It's done, bro.
But Zane with a forearm.
Yeah,
she's still coming in. So Rose sends Zane face first into the turnbuckle pad. And then Rose with like a release German suplex, really showing off how strong she is.
Oh my god.
And then Rose tugs on Zang's hair. I don't see why she has to play dirty. She doesn't need to. Yeah. Oh. And then Rose just ends up with the big overhand chops, just using that strength again. And it connects the beast bomb for the finish.
Ultra connection finisher. Boom, boom.
Dude, I bet you that beast bomb put us out.
Yeah, bro, I'll be done. I'll be just knocked out. Probably like break my spine.
Stay over there, Rose. I don't want none.
Nah, let Rose, you're good, bro. All right, we got the 11th match coming up. We have Singh. I'm so sorry, my man.
Versus Tony Vicar.
Vicar. We should just have like a
Vincita.
All right, they first tie up and they get nice wrist lock exchange into a single wrist lock takedown.
Yep.
And Tony with the freaking forearm smash. Tony applied after that wrist lock again. Singh rocks freaking Tony with a forearm smash. Boom! And then Tony calls for a timeout. I'm like, what the? Anyways.
There's no timeouts in wrestling.
Gets
so crying in baseball and there's no timeouts in wrestling.
Exactly, man.
So Sai ends up getting a really nice like leapfrog and right on the Tony.
Yeah.
Then Sai ends up with another great hit toss. And then right into another butterfly suplex.
Yeah, bro.
Super cool.
It was awesome.
Tony regroups in the ring on the apron, trying to get his breath back a little bit.
Just like we are right now. It's okay. We got this.
Yeah.
Tony slams Zane's head into the top rope and he's like, I got this, man. Tony with a running clothesline after. I'm going to make it, man. And he's like, stomps on Singh's chest after. Like, yeah, I can feel my victory coming. And then, nope.
Just the one count.
Yeah, the one count, bro.
So then you have Vitara. It drives a big knee into the midsection of Sai.
Yeah, Singh is like looking, and then Tony gets the military press slam, but Sling lands back on his feet, and Sling rolls up Tony for a 2 count. These guys can't get each other down at all. I swear this is a really good matchup. Yeah. I don't know. Then we got missile drop kicks coming for a 2 count. Freaking hell. Jesus. Then Tony toys around with Singh. He's like, I got this, man. Mamma mia, make you some meatballs and throw them in your face, maybe.
Big haymaker.
And
then just some big forearm smashes. And then, you have Say going right into a running uppercut.
Woo! And then Singh freaking connects with the freaking tornado knee smash, bro. Billy, you understand what that means? No. That means victory, bro. That equals victory. And he wins. And he was like his first victory. He's like, oh my god.
Good shit.
It's good shit. It was actually.
Yeah. So he won by people also. What, he's 1-4 now?
Yeah, hey, why not, bro? Why not? We love you, bro.
Golf clap.
12th match, bro.
You have the Dark Order. You have Evil Uno.
Alex Reynolds coming out.
Yep.
So we got 2.0, my favorite people with Daniel
Garcia. Jeff, Evil Uno and Jeff Parker.
Yeah, Parker.
They will start things off. So you have another tie-up. They just kind of lock up a little bit. And then Parker brings Uno down with the mat. Then you have some really nice kind of wrist lock exchanges. Parker applies another great side headlock takedown. Uno whips Parker across the ring.
Get over there.
Parker runs into Uno. Uno ends up dropping Parker with a great shoulder tackle.
You go down, bro.
Parker goes down on the canvas, man. Lays him down.
That's where you go, Parker. That's where you belong. But anyways, Parker kicks Uno in the gut after that because he's mad. He got his face onto the canvas. Parker applies a wrist lock. Parker tags in Lee, and Uno dumps Parker out of the ring. And then Lee applies a wrist lock on him. And then Lee runs with Uno into the ropes. Yeah. And then Cabana come in a blind tag. And double shoulder tackle after that.
Double one.
Dark Order, you are dark, of course.
Yep. So you have 2.0 Garcia. They end up kind of regrouping outside of the ring. And then Lee tags in Garcia. Garcia comes in with a great single leg takedown. Not even playing around. Then right into a toe ankle hold. And then Cabana, he kicks the left wrist of Garcia.
Yo, bro,
it's like, get out of here. They locked up with some Roman knuckles. Reynolds, he rolls right into like this great sunset flip, but just a 2 count. Garcia kicks Reynolds in the gut.
Oh my god.
And then Reynolds tags in Parker.
Yeah, I'm like,
so Parker tries to stop Reynolds.
What the hell's happening?
In his tracks.
I don't get this.
Reynolds with a big forearm shot across the back of Reynolds.
Jesus, man.
It's just insane. So now you have Reynolds sends Parker face first into the top turnbuckle.
This is
just like eats the pole. And then right at like Reynolds ends up tagging in Uno. So Uno comes in with like 2 clotheslines back to back, and then a real nice knife edge chop. Just again laying those chops down, man.
Well, Garcia kicks Uno in the gut after that. Garcia whips Uno across the ring like a piece of paper. Then Uno with the freaking sit out power bomb. Eat that. And then Uno blocks a boot from Lee after that.
Trying to.
And assists a freaking net breaker. Parker kicks Uno in the gut. Parker whips Uno across the ring. Uno kicks Parker in the face. I swear, these dudes could be like in the hospital after this. My gosh.
So you got Cabana coming in now. He gets tagged in. Gets an inverted atomic drop. Dark Order with 2 drop kicks. And then Cabana ducks a clothesline from Garcia.
Yeah, man.
Crazy stuff, man.
Cabana unloads furies of left jabs. And Cabana delivers 2 bionic elbows, like, and then 3 flying apples to the freaking 2 count. Dude, 2.0 is up against Cabana, and I swear, man, I lost like complete control like this match was happening.
Get control, ref! What are you doing? Get your head in the game!
Forearm exchange, 2.0 drives, Uno back into this turnbuckle. Parker tags and Garcia. Garcia's like,
starts teeing off on Uno, man.
My God.
Yeah.
I would hate to be up in this fight.
Well, then Reynolds gets a really nice superplex, and then Cabana ends up hitting the Superman for the 2 count. Cabana get a clubbing elbow smash. Cabana gets distracted by Lee.
Oh my God.
Then you have Garcia kicks Cabana in the face.
I swear, man.
So now Lee's in. Garcia with an Irish whip. Cabana ducks a clothesline from Garcia. 2.0 ends up connecting with, what, 2?
2, dude.
Yeah, just 2. Ends up connecting 2 for the show.
Yeah.
Picks up the
2 for the show.
Is that like his finisher move?
Yeah.
2 for the show?
That's her finisher called. Yeah.
Gotcha. Got the victory, man.
Jesus, man. Dang, Garcia. I give you props in 2.0 too. You guys are amazing. All right, here at Take of the Ring, we like to give each fight card a fight card rating. Is that right, Billy?
That's right, Nate. So we have 5 for Fight Forever.
4, this is awesome.
3,
you still got it. And 2 is what?
And then 1
is boring.
Boring.
Don't even watch the show. Watch our recap because Billy and I are way more entertaining.
Yeah. So what would you give this episode?
I give this one a 5, bro.
Whoa.
For real, bro. For Fight Forever. It was awesome. It was so much intensity. We got freaking power bombs going up. We got, Nyla Rose coming up. We got a lot of new people coming on. Dark Order getting their butt kicked.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yep.
You're amazing.
You guys are amazing. We love you guys.
If you like what you see here, please take a moment to leave a comment.
Like.
Share.
Or subscribe.
Yeah,
please.
For more Wrestlecap videos like this, just click that link right there below.
Yes, please.
Check out the social above.
Bam.
And until next time, Billy here.
Nate here, and don't stop believing. Don't stop.